Welcome back, everyone. We're doing it again. Once again, Hot Jobs at Hire Military. We do this every Tuesday, 2 p.m. Eastern. And I've got, once again, two of my favorite account managers with Hire Military. But you guys know I love to start us off with an icebreaker. And today, my question of the day, because I know a lot of our service members are putting together their wish lists right now. And we might be doing the same thing here pretty soon. But I would love to know, what was your all-time favorite duty station? That is my question of the day. Please let me know in the comments. Your favorite duty station. I can tell you mine without a shadow of a doubt was Schofield Barracks, Hawaii. I loved it. It was the 4 most magical years of my life. It was amazing. I loved Schofield Barracks, Hawaii. Paul, do you have a favorite duty station?
Yeah, well, I would have to choose the one and only that I was stationed at, Fort Bragg, North Carolina. Shout out to all my airborne brothers and sisters. Really enjoyed my time there in North Carolina.
Yeah, we were at Fort Bragg too. It was a great place. Yep. Brandy, favorite duty station?
So first, I think everybody has to do a stint at Fort Bragg because we did as well. As a Navy brat, my favorite one was San Diego, California. So nothing beats going to the beach almost every weekend.
Yeah, you're not kidding.
Yeah, it's the best. As a active duty service member and then as a military spouse, England, we were stationed at RAF Molesworth. You know, it was fantastic. You know, got to go to London and all that good stuff. It was the best.
Yeah, that sounds dreamy.
I had to do too.
That sounds amazing. Yeah, so awesome. Favorite duty stations, put it in the comments. I am dying to know. But let's get into it, you guys. We are going to start off with Paul. I'm going to put you in the spotlight position there. Paul, our account manager, one of our account managers at Hire Military. I always like to start us off by sort of giving an overview of what SkillBridge is, because a lot of people just aren't, they've never heard of it. So Paul, what is the DoD SkillBridge program?
Yeah, so the SkillBridge program is a career skills program that rolled out from the DoD right around 2011. And what it allows you to do is set up an internship with a company when you're in the last 180 days of service. So you can go out and about, build some skills, really get in there and network with a company and be ready for transition. It really sets you up for post-transition success because you're already working with an employer and gaining skills with them while you're still actively serving. Your military pay and benefits are still in place while you're doing this. You can do it remote or you can go anywhere in the country that you want to do it, but it's a really awesome program. I look at it like a beacon, right? It helps you hone your path and own your journey. And I think it really sets our transitioning military up for success afterwards.
Yeah, it's incredible. I always say it's like the best kept secret in the military. So how does Hire Military help with all of this?
Yeah, Hire Military is there as a facilitator. We are partnered with employers. And so what we do is we work with them daily to figure out what jobs they're in most need of. And all of these companies have come to us because they're interested in veteran talent. They know the skill set that our service members have, and we work with them to post the jobs. And we also work with the service members. I like to tell folks, if you go to our site and make a profile, we're going to work with you to find the opportunity that's the best fit for you in a location that you like. This is a collaborative effort. So once you register a profile, we take a look, we start figuring out, hey, what are your interests? What's the best fit for you? And then we facilitate that SkillBridge connection with the employer. So they'll interview, and if they're interested, they'll complete the process, and we take care of the paperwork too.
Yeah, I think that's a great point. So don't get overwhelmed. If you go to our website and you see the over 100 different internships and you don't get overwhelmed, just go ahead, make your profile, and one of our account managers will help you out. So in fact, you see the website right down there at the little ticker on the bottom. It says hiremilitary.us. Go there right now or after our live, go there and make your profile, and one of our account managers will be happy to help you. But Brandy, we're going to go ahead and get started with you. We've got some incredible internship opportunities that we want to spotlight today. And these are just a few of the many that we have. But Brandy, you have got some incredible opportunities with Splunk. And I know that everyone has heard of Splunk. I even just looked at their website. Did you know that they are on Fortune magazine's most admired companies in the world, best companies to work for, best workplaces in technology? I mean, it's incredible. Please tell us the positions they're offering in Plano, Texas.
Yes, so we have 2 positions that we're placing. It's the sales development representative and a tech support engineer. These are in Plano, Texas, so you have to be able to go to their facility there, their headquarters there. So just straight out of the gate, know that that is in Texas. It's not a remote position. Splunk, I will say, is more on the technical side of life. They're looking for you to have a little bit of that tech background just from the jump. The sales development representative is the face of the brand. It's the person that's going to connect with their prospective customers and bring them on board, help sort them out and get them referred to a team so they can go further. It's an early level career kind of position with room for growth. So you're not just going to be sales that first face, contact to begin with. There's definitely room for growth, that they have it outlined. You can move up in the department, and eventually you can actually, I believe, end up in marketing as well. So they're looking for 1 to 2 years of that professional development, email, phone, that customer service kind of deal. And then they do prefer a 4-year degree. And for you to be really interested in doing all things Splunk, learning everything you can about Splunk, because you are going to be their rep, their face. You're going to tell people how fabulous Splunk actually is.
Right. And it is fabulous. And they have more positions. So they are looking for professional services consultants. And these are remote, state specific. What does that mean exactly?
So these positions originally, you flew out a lot. So they kind of wanted you near a major airport. They are remote. So you just need to live within that state. So we've got Maryland, DC, Virginia, and California. You can just be within that state because you're going to be assigned a manager there to make it kind of easier. That's kind of how they're handling. This professional services consultant is kind of that higher level tech. You need to have a decent background in tech to do this. I know it on the job description, we're working on kind of fine tuning it so people understand you need a tech background for these positions. They're really, bachelor's degree in computer science, computer engineering. They want that person with that knowledge so that you can get in there and go and you can start learning everything.
So it sounds to me, Brandy, if you are the service member looking for a future in IT, you would be crazy to pass up this opportunity. I mean, Splunk is an industry giant.
Yes.
This is a huge opportunity. So please, you guys, just go ahead and go to hiremilitary.us, make your profile, and one of us is going to reach out to you and get you started. And so let's talk a little bit more about Splunk. You were telling me yesterday they offer a fundamentals course that's free for veterans and service members. Please tell me more, Brandy.
So it's just, I know a lot of people feel intimidated by Splunk. They see it's such a big company. They're 91 out of the Fortune 100 are actually customers of theirs. They're worldwide. I think it's like 6,000 employers or employees, and then 26 different countries. They're worldwide. So it can be intimidating. The fundamentals course will give you that kind of taste of Splunk. It'll go into how to search and navigate their systems, how to create alerts, and kind of give you that basic knowledge to go through. And it is a certification. So you do get a cert. It is resume ready once you get that cert. It's something that is looked for. And service members, and veterans, there's 2 parts on the website that there's a free fundamentals 1 course for everybody. Veterans and service members can actually do fundamentals 1 and 2. It's a verifying your service records kind of deal. But I mean, it's a great opportunity to get that taste of it, that you can get your feet wet with Splunk.
That's awesome. Thank you for that, Brandy. We are going to move on to our friend, Paul. Let me put you here in the spotlight, Paul, because you have some fabulous opportunities that you want to spotlight today. Let's get started with Aurora Flight Sciences, looking for a customer support manager in a few different places. Please tell us more.
Yeah, Aurora Flight Sciences is actually a Boeing company. So they fall under the Boeing umbrella. big company, multiple locations, including Switzerland. So they're not even, they're international. But this position in particular is out of Massachusetts, Mississippi, West Virginia, or Virginia. It can be out of any of those locations. What they're looking for is a customer support manager. And what they're going to do is work with a lot of their CONUS resources. They're working with the vendors that are supplying the company. Aurora is big into research, robotics, automation when you're talking about aviation, and it's really cool. I was talking to our partner there, and this position will work with their Centaur program. And what the Centaur is it is an optional manned aircraft. It can be remote or manned, and they use it for operations over controlled airspace, and heavily used in Qatar and in the Middle East. So I suspect that eventually, once you're hired full time, there will be some travel abroad with that program. But this is a really good way to get into an aeronautical aviation company that's all over the place and doing big things.
Yeah, that's awesome. Thank you. Let's move on here. I have a list of things for us to go through. Here's another one, Collinwood Technology. They're looking for an IT recruiter in Chicago. Please tell me more, Paul.
Yeah, Collinwood Technology is an IT staffing company. And what they're looking for is a person that is interested in becoming more familiar with the human resource space within information technology. They're looking for a technical IT recruiter, and this position, I've talked to Colin. He's our, for Collinwood. He's looking for somebody that wants to start a career that might not necessarily have all of the experience. Somebody that's interested in getting into IT. This position's based out of West Chicago, but after the training and initial employment period, there's the opportunity to go remote, either in Chicago. They have a big book of business in Dallas, so it could be in Texas or elsewhere. But yeah, my recruiters know what this is all about. You're staffing and sourcing IT positions, so you're impacting people's lives when you boil it down. You're helping people get started in the IT industry, and you're working for a small veteran-owned family business. So I look at it as a great opportunity to either kind of go down the IT path or just kind of hone and magnify your HR skills that you might have already. People that are dedicated to customer service, like to be outgoing, like to build their own relationships with folks. This is a great opportunity.
Yeah, and it sounds like there's a little flexibility. You start off in Chicago and you may be able to go somewhere after training. So yeah, that does sound like a pretty great opportunity there, Paul. Let's talk about our next one. Oh, this one is fully remote. Yard Card Supply, graphic designer. Tell me more.
Yeah, so everybody's probably familiar with the signs out on folks' yards, graduations, parties, you name it. Yard Card Supply will help produce these cards that you can put out in your yard, and it's a collaborative process. I think what makes Yard Card Supply stand out is that they work with the customer one-on-one to kind of develop these cards, as opposed to just using a template that you can find online. It's a really collaborative process. This position fully remote. So Yard Card's based out of Florida, but this position could be anywhere. Looking for a graphic designer that's familiar with Adobe Creative, that wants to help customers, is involved in the collaboration process, artistically minded. For visual marketers out there, this is a pretty cool opportunity. You don't see these come across too often in terms of the SkillBridge space. So I hope there's some folks out there that might be interested in this one.
Yeah, I agree. No, this is kind of a unicorn. I mean, it's artistic, it's fully remote. I do hope someone takes advantage. Let's look at the next one on our list, SurveyMonkey. Everyone has heard of SurveyMonkey. Please tell us what they're looking for.
Yeah, I think we've hit this one up a little bit in the past, but SurveyMonkey their capacity is great. They've told us they could handle as many as 15, 20 interns a month if we had the demand for it. SurveyMonkey's in the internet space. Everybody's heard of them. They've won multiple awards for their culture and their hiring and the way that the company goes about making sure that you're trained. This is a great opportunity to get involved with a company that impacts and researches marketing trends and branding. This position itself is business to business. You're going to help SurveyMonkey work with its internal sales team and work with clients that are interested in SurveyMonkey. So you get to help connect the dots and make that relationship solid. And SurveyMonkey's helping those companies. You're talking about partnerships with Fortune 100 companies, answer their most pressing questions and really get deep down into what makes that company special. Again, much like the IT recruiter position we just talked about.
So tell me, Paul, I think a lot of people qualify for this role with SurveyMonkey, and they may not realize it. No one should be intimidated to apply for this, right?
No. Sales, it sounds scary to some folks, but I tell people that, I've had military members that are air traffic controllers apply to this and be successful. We've had commanders, officers from the military come over and do this internship successfully. It can apply to almost anybody. You're always selling something, whether you realize it or not. And what this is all about really is customer service and relationship building. If you like talking to people, if you like figuring out problem solving with people collaboratively, this is perfect.
Yeah, and it gets your foot in the door, which SurveyMonkey, I mean, really, who has not heard of SurveyMonkey?
That's right.
So finally, let's talk about how to apply. We were saying earlier, Paul, just go ahead and make your profile. Head over to hiremilitary.us. Don't be overwhelmed by all the internships. Just go ahead and make your profile. And one of these awesome account managers will help you out. What do you say to the person on the fence, Paul?
I tell them that we're integrated with LinkedIn. All you have to do is go to this hiremilitary.us website, put in a few things, upload a resume, and really it's collaboration. You have the opportunity to explore opportunities, and our awesome dream team, account management team, is going to work with you and really hone down, where is it that you want to go? What do you want to do? Have you explored other areas? And then make that connection with the employer. We have a mobile app too that you can use. I would like to emphasize the remote and nationwide internships that we have out there. You might initially go on that site looking for a specific state. Nothing's on there right now, but take that filter off and look for our nationwide internships that you can do anywhere. And then for the veterans and mil-spouses out there that aren't transitioning but want to learn more, we're rebranding and relaunching our sister site that will help focus on the veterans that have already made their transition and the mil-spouse community that are looking for opportunities. So just stay tuned. We hear you, and we want to support you all.
Yeah, it's incredible. So one last thing, and there's more. Next week, you guys, we're having a career fair. Actually, Nestle is actually the one organizing this. It's a huge career fair. We actually put a link to it on our Hire Military business page today. So if you go to our Hire Military business page today, you'll see a link there. Just click that link, go ahead and register. We'll be there next week. L'Oreal, LinkedIn. Huge names will be there. They'll do mentoring sessions. They'll have job postings. You'll get to talk to people directly, one-on-one from those organizations. A laundry list, you guys, of organizations will be there. I can't name them all, but go to our business page. You'll see the list. You'll see the link. Go ahead and sign up, and we'll see you there. We will see you there next Wednesday. So with that, I'm going to click over here and close us out. But I hope everyone has a wonderful afternoon. Go ahead and register. Go ahead and create your profile, and we will be so happy to help you guys get you started on your SkillBridge. Let me close this out. And with that, we will see you guys next Tuesday. Have a great one.